The Nintendo Labo Robot Kit, or Toy-Con 02, released on April 20th in most places and later in Europe. Toy-Cons are creations made from modular cardboard made to use with the unique functions of the Joy-Con technologies. You can find my individual posts on the variety kit on ladiesgamers.com. The presentation of the Labo software is fantastic. The instructions are essentially a 3D video that pauses where you can rotate and pinch in to view how to do it. Since it is a video, it is very easy to go back some steps or forward if you already got the gist of it. There is also some cute writing in the instructions if you read it. I bought this as a birthday present for my little sister. I spent most of the day assembling it and she helped out here and there. As with the variety kit, it will first get you to make a Joy-Con holder for practice. The robot has an estimated build time of 180 to 240 minutes, but I'm quite sure it took me a lot longer than that. It is an 8-step process. The first piece you make is the visor. The left side is more complicated because it has the Joy-Con holder on it. After that, we had to thread the strap through and adjust it until it fit her. The next step is the 4 power boxes. The power sheets are perforated strips that you fold forward and back over each other to flatten them. This was my favourite part of the build. These folded strips go into each power box to add weight to them. The third step is the start of the backpack. Both sides are attached and holes for the strings are slid through to poke out. Straps are threaded through a separate piece before going backwards into the backpack. The top of the backpack straps are made with cardboard and have to be curved a bit. Fourth is the slider box, which is where the power boxes will be held. After it is attached to the backpack, the power boxes will be put in their correct place. The orange strings are threaded through into the backpack straps, whereas the teal ones go into the holes we added sticking out of the side. Then the robot's arms are made, both made of folding the cardboard over itself. After wrapping the string around for a bit, some string needs to be pushed in the slot at the top. This can be quite tricky to do and will definitely need adult help if there wasn't any before. Next are the robot's shoes, and you adjust it to fit the user's foot and attach it to the correct teal string. A Joy-Con holder is put into the cover to poke out before connecting to the backpack. Finally, all that's left to do is put the left Joy-Con in the visor and the right one in the backpack. After that, you can make the screws which are used in the hanger mode. Before heading out to play the first time, it will put you through the wearing process. I think that the foot part is the hardest to get right, as you might have to adjust it once you've started playing with it. The first mode is Robot, which unless you exit it is what you'll start with. It's set in a small city and you'll have 5 minutes to cause as much destruction as possible. There are buildings, cars, signs and UFOs to demolish. The only thing I couldn't destroy was an exclamation point hedge. This is the main mode of the game where the only real purpose is to collect a higher and higher score. You walk by lifting your feet up and down on the spot. The way I could get it to work, I had to raise my knees up to get it. Punches are by punching or just pulling the arms forward. Giant mode can be activated by lifting up the opposing arm and leg, and it makes you giant for a little bit at a time. Crouching down will turn you into a car, and punching while doing so will shoot lasers. Standing with arms out to the side will allow for a little flight to help get on top of buildings or UFOs. You can also bring the visor down to get a first-person mode, but I didn't bother to use that until I unlocked the special beam power. Once you've played enough of Robot, you'll unlock free play mode. This won't keep track of your score, but allows you to play in 30-minute slots. After a round of that, you can go into any of the other game modes, one of which is Challenge Mode. This is how you unlock new powers to use in Robot mode. It kind of reminds me of the challenge stages in Star Fox Zero. These powers are Charge Punch, Corkscrew Kick, Plane Mode, Quick Jump and Special Beam. Each of these has 3 stages of 4 parts each, the first to unlock the power and the other 2 to strengthen it. I never quite got the hang of Corkscrew Kick, but managed to beat the later stages anyway. Plane Mode is actually being able to fly in the car mode, but you can't shoot. It is more accurate than the robot flight, but I prefer the latter. The problem is, if you're good at controlling it, the mode only lasts slightly longer than an hour to clear all stages. The Robo Studio is where you can attribute a selection of different sounds for the 2 hands, visor lifting and feet, such as the drum set, a monster or beatboxing. My sister liked using the drum part for a fair while. The hanger requires you to have made the 2 screws, as these are used to control it. Opening the top lid of the backpack and putting a screw in allows you to change which body part you're selecting. The 3 holes at the side for the second screw let you change various aspects of its colour. This way you can customise the robot you play as in-game just a little bit. Versus mode requires 2 robot kits. You can bash about a non-responsive robot, but that's not terribly fun. But if you press in the stick on the left Joy-Con, the second robot will be in Autopilot Mode and you can fight it. According to the Discover section, attacks from the back do triple damage and you can't use the giant power. All other powers you have unlocked in Challenge Mode work, and the goal is to knock the opponent out of the ring or damage their health till they explode. Pulling the visor down will lock you to your opponent. The color of the second robot can also be changed in the hangar by using the left stick. There is a calories option in the play section. This is just the option to show how many calories you have burned playing the game. It will show in Robot, Robo Studio and Challenge Mode, and you can turn it off at any time. I feel that something like Just Dance is a bit better of a workout, but it's still a nice feature to have. After playing with a Toy-Con, the Discover section for it opens up. This is where you converse with the characters Plays, Learner and Professor Jerry. I always make sure to pick the sassy dialogue options. In here, you learn more about each Toy-Con before taking a quiz on everything you've learned. With the Robot Kit, it teaches you how it works, the rules of Versus Mode, and even how to pack up the whole thing into itself. There are also an Arts and Crafts and Joy-Con sections. The Arts and Crafts section not only shows decoration techniques, but also repair options. When you've played enough Discover, you can check out the Secret Lab. This is the Labo Garage feature, which allows you to come up with your own games or uses for your Toy-Con. I was in the final level of Stage 3 trying to beat the 100 robots in the 10 minutes I had left when I suddenly couldn't do certain moves. I paused and found that the power box for the left arm had opened and let the weight out, so after fixing that I tried again and it still didn't work. That was because the string had pushed into the power box and thus wasn't sliding in the right place. I used some more tape to close the box and keep the string out of its new spot. Thankfully it is working, but it put me out of the mood to finish the last stage just yet. I think that the Robot Kit is the best Labo kit to buy for a child, at least until I get my hands on the Vehicle Kit, as it has a game with a fair amount to it and a few different play modes. It also comes with a hook and can be tidied up in itself, whereas the Variety Kit takes up way too much space. My only problem aside from the malfunction is that the cardboard backpack straps are uncomfortable, so I might have to make an alternative. You will also have to help the kid put it on, but if it's just for the one person, you won't have to keep readjusting it. My little sister likes it and plays it from time to time still, though she hasn't gotten the hang of turning by leaning and not actually turning. It also took us a few tries to get the feet right. All Labo kits also have the Labo Garage function, which I haven't even touched on, which is a great feature for older children. As an adult, the part I actually enjoyed most was the building process rather than the game. Who knows, maybe they'll add Labo compatibility for upcoming Demon X Machina and I'll have to grab my own. I give the Nintendo Labo Toy-Con 02 Robot Kit a 6 out of 10.